Let's move on to something that is just mind-blowingly epic. You guys are going to all love this, I'm sure. That's obviously sarcasm. So anyway, right, I'll stop. Todd McFarlane. Todd McFarlane. He's been trying to get this movie done for a very long time. And he posted this yesterday. Movie news tomorrow, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And people are like, wow, yeah, man. We're going to get Spawn movie news.
Finally.
And then what was that movie news? Oh, it was just this.
King
That was
Spawn.
it. That was it. It was the script title, King Spawn. That was the movie news, everyone.
What a terrible title.
News.
Now, is this the same script that he's been trying to do for like the last 5 years, Mr. H? I think you had or something like that.
This is a comic.
I've got that script.
That's what you have it right here. Okay, yeah.
So
sorry, I actually stepped away for a minute. That's my bad.
No. So this is not. This is a new script. This is not written by Todd McFarlane. Amazingly, he relinquished power. Matt Mixon, Malcolm Spellman, Scott Silver. They have written a new script for Spawn, King Spawn. Sure, fine. Maybe Spawn won't be a bed like he was in Todd McFarlane's script. No. Maybe Spawn won't be fog like he was in Todd McFarlane's script. Maybe Spawn, you'll actually see Spawn. Maybe he'll do some spawny things. But this is what is this news? This is shit news. No one cares. King Spawn. Don't care. This is not news at this point. We've not had any. This is terrible. Who cares?
Well, I mean, the King Spawn comics are still out there. So, is this going to look like those?
Who knows? Who cares? Okay. Todd McFarlane. Big movie news. This is the big movie news. Honestly. We don't even know who's going to be in this film anymore. It was originally going to be Jamie Foxx. He was going to be Spawn. Jamie Foxx as Spawn. And it was going to have Jeremy Renner as Stitch, the detective guy. And that was it. But we don't even know if they're going to be in it anymore. Who knows? Who cares?
Now, isn't he supposed to be like some ghost in the background, according to Todd, too, on top of it all? I didn't read the script, if you have, so I don't know.
No, this is not a new. This is a new script they've revealed. We've not got the script, Tom. This is just a new. This is their movie news. The title, King Spawn. That's it. This is the grand reveal. A culmination of 30 years to get this done.
I hate that title. It should have been like Spawn and then like colon and then something cool like Rise of the Hell Spawn or Rise of Spawn or something, like King Spawn. It just seems lame and generic.
King Prawn. I like King Prawns. Do you like King Prawns?
I like scrimps.
Prawns. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lame ass title. For a lame ass, presumably.
What is he king of?
So the comic book is about someone trying to make him sit on the throne of hell as like a King Spawn or something like that. I don't bloody know. I don't care. This is loads of people in the chat are making jokes about it. King Yawn. Yeah. Yeah, it's just there were some other ones which people were doing in the chat. Yeah, it's not good. I think this is. I mean, it's like he's jumping to make it like a big Spawn universe, Spawniverse already. And you should just make one bloody good film first. Like, we don't. Come on now, get just one film. Just get one film. Which this has taken far too long. Far too long to get where it is now. And yeah. Oh god. Who cares? Does anyone care? Do you guys care?
No.
Do you think I don't think it's ever getting made?
Well,
yeah.
I mean, if they rest on the comics, there's kind of a story there. If the writers kind of stuck to it. Well, I mean, you kind of like laid it out very, simply, but I really don't want this. I haven't wanted this ever. I didn't want any of the iterations that were before this. I want them to go back and remake the first film so that we get a good first film roughly the right way and then move forward. I don't believe that anybody's heart is truly going to be in this, and I don't know that there's an audience for this anymore. I really don't. And I how many people in our sphere know who Spawn is? I mean, unless they're my age.
I think everyone knows who Spawn is. Like, he's cool. People know who Spawn is, but it's whether they care. I mean, I've got a little Spawn figure, right? Like, I think Spawn is cool. Oh, he's just fell off his seat. Jesus. Like,
yeah, I like Spawn.
Like, he's cool, but that's about it. Like, he looks cool. Like, I don't care I only care from like an aesthetic. Oh, it looks kind of cool thing. That's all. Like, I don't give a shit about the comics anymore. Like, I couldn't. He's been laboring with these comics for God knows how long now. Like, they're just. Yeah, I don't know. Meh. I think everyone knows that. Everyone in our sphere knows what Spawn is. I just don't think anyone cares.
I mean, if we were getting something that was basically the original Spawn in live action form, like the old HBO series, I think everybody would be on board.
Yeah.
But
yeah, because that animated HBO series did really well.
Everybody is just sick and tired of the reimagined, modernized bullshit.
Yeah.
And that's only a modern thing. That's the weird thing. Yes, certain things did get updated from time to time here and there. I'm not going to say they didn't, but it was never the extreme that they have over the last few years in this more recent, like, at least my dad, like the most extreme I can remember growing up was when my dad pointed out like how different Batman was, right? But even then, like to him, he was like, well, now it's finally going to be a little bit more like it was in the comic books, right? See, that was the only difference there. It wasn't like it was a complete reimagination of the character. It was just something different than the main audience had seen before. Yeah. Another version of the character that had already existed pretty much. Nowadays, they just got to reinvent everything like they're reinventing the wheel. It's like, no, just stick with what works.
What is the deal with that? It's always doing that.
And I'm not saying we want the same shit over and over again, but I'm just saying it's like there are ways you can do this, and this is not one of them. People like Spawn for what he was initially. He was a pretty badass character, one of the biggest characters of the 90s.
I think people liked him because he was like an edgelord. It was all like dark.
It was an edgy, kind of dark character, yeah.
That's kind of why people liked him, I reckon.
He fit right in with the emo period. But I mean, do I ever think we're going to get a Spawn movie on the caliber of like The Crow? No.
Oh, yeah, no.
No, God, no. You high? Don't even suggest that, Tom.
Maybe. What does that have to do with it?
How dare you even suggest that?
Well, because we technically could now, because that was kind of the limitations of the original Spawn film, for better or worse, besides it being PG-13, was Spawn in live action is just almost impossible to do unless you got really good CGI, as we learned from the 97 film or whatever it was. Because that looks horrible. But I mean, if you really could go for it now with the dark Like you give me a Spawn movie that looks and feels like the Batman, then you're talking.
Yeah, true.
See, with the Batman, one of the reasons I'm not such a big fan of it is like we've already seen that a million times over. Give me something different. Spawn, we haven't got the actual Spawn yet, ever. Really.
True.
That 97 movie is basically a Nerf version of Spawn. Let's be real. The best part being John Leguizamo, and that's not saying much.
Yeah.
I don't care about this anymore. About this.
I mean, this is so old. Like, I thought they already shot this. I thought it was done.
No, it was supposed to come out. It is supposed to come out in. I think it's supposed to come out next year, but I mean, this is not coming out next year. There's no way this is coming out next year.
Oh, so, no
anyway,
way.
There you go. Anything else to add to this epic joke of a production development, whatever you want to call it?
I don't know if you guys can tell from my face, but I'm very excited for this.
I think this will wind up in the same pile as the Toxic Avenger and
probably
some of the other films lately.
This thing is headed for Willow.
Well, it's not even been made yet. That was a weird thing. I thought they already shot this damn thing like years ago.
Nope. No.
I mean, if Todd McFarlane's approving the script,
well, it doesn't say anything, Nick.
I mean, the original movie he did, I thought was fine. The HBO series that he helped do, I thought was pretty good.
His script for his film, because he initially wrote. I've got that script. It was terrible.
Oh, you got the original
terrible.
One? Oh,
yeah,
wow.
it's terrible.
Okay.
Spawn becomes a gas. Spawn is barely in it. Spawn becomes a bed at one point. Like, it's just terrible. It's bloody awful.
What? Okay,
yeah,
never mind.
It's genuinely terrible. Absolutely awful. Anyway, there you go. This is crap. Move on. Get away from this garbage. So
Bed Spawn.